April 1st, 2025. Can you believe we're already this far into the year? That's 24.93% of 2025 gone. We've lived through 13 weeks, 91 days, 2,184 hours, 131,040 minutes, and a staggering 7,862,400 seconds so far in this year. I mean, time is flying and the world is changing fast, especially when it comes to technology.
The following is rated TV-MA and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome to Talk Radio on Trending Tuesday. Yes, I changed from Trending Tuesday, or I changed from Transformative Tuesday to Trending Tuesday, where we dive into the hottest topics shaping our world. And today we're talking about something that's evolving faster than we can count the seconds: artificial intelligence, or AI. AI is no longer just a sci fi concept, it's here, it's everywhere, and it's transforming nearly every industry, from healthcare to entertainment, from job markets to social media. AI is reshaping how we live, work, and even think. But is it all good? Or are there risks we need to talk about? Today, we're not just breaking down the latest AI advancements, we're also discussing the ethical dilemmas, the impact on jobs, and even the controversies surrounding deep fake technology. Deep fake technology. Plus, I'll be sharing your thoughts on AI because this conversation isn't just about the future, it's about our future. So, buckle up, this is going to be a fantastic ride. Now, I said your thoughts. I didn't happen to get uh, talking on Facebook trying to get people's thoughts on stuff. That's going to be a process I go through, learning this new technique of pre-recording stuff, and then like getting on Facebook and posting messages saying, share your thoughts on this and this and this, and then sharing certain people's thoughts on my show. But as I said, buckle up. It's going to be a fantastic ride. See you in a second. Okay, let's start with the incredible advancements in AI over the last decade. AI has moved at a pace few could have imagined. Once limited to experimental labs and research papers, AI is now deeply woven into the fabric of our everyday lives. And perhaps the most profound impact is in healthcare. Imagine this: a doctor sits in a dimly lit room, staring at an MRI scan, trying to detect the earliest stages of cancer, or the signs of cancer. The human eye is sharp, but not perfect. Now imagine an AI system beside that doctor, trained on millions of images, spotting details invisible to the human eye. Today, AI is already diagnosing diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, and even mental health conditions with an accuracy that often surpasses human doctors. And that's very interesting. Then there's entertainment. If you've ever streamed a movie, AI was working behind the scenes to recommend something it thinks you'll love. But recommendations are just the beginning. AI is now writing screenplays, composing music, and even generating realistic digital actors. Some production companies are already experimenting with AI generated characters, completely virtual influencers, and synthetic voices that sound indistinguishable from real humans. And let's not forget the job market. AI isn't just a tool, it's becoming a workforce. Automated customer service bots are replacing call centers. AI driven financial advisors are managing investments. Even factory workers are being replaced by robotic arms with AI powered precision. But is this all bad? Well, that depends on how we adapt. AI may take some jobs, but it will also create new ones, roles we can't even fully predict yet. The challenge isn't stopping AI, it's learning how to work alongside AI, working with AI, basically. So, is it really bad that AI is taking over like different positions in the workplace, like robotic arms and stuff like this? You know, I don't think it's really bad. I just think it's something we got to learn and work around and kind of go with it. Like back a while back when I worked at Amazon, the Amazon uh, like packing place where they did the shipping, they had robotic arms that would take the packages and drop them into the conveyor belts, and then us workers down on the bottom would just stack them and make sure that the packages are going to the right place and make sure those robotic arms aren't messing up with the delivery of these packages. So we make sure that, you know, the humans are there to make sure that they go to the right place, and the AI robotics arms are just dropping the packages. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing. It's just learning and adapting to work with AI. Um, in the healthcare field, yes, AI can be good for finding diseases and different stuff and helping doctors uh, find and pinpoint things that they can't see with their with human eyes. Um, and then in how like in the entertainment industry, um, with the AI stuff, like AI can now write screenplays and compose music and all this different thing. I use AI a little bit when I'm writing my script for my show to come up with stuff to talk about. And is that really bad? I don't think it is really bad. It's just it's giving me a script. I'm using my human voice and my the way I am, my presence to make the show. AI didn't make the show. It's just writing a script for me. It's writing something for me to speak on, and then I can add on to what I want to add on to it, as well as the regular speaking of it. So it works both ways, and it's a good thing to have some AI writing your scripts, especially for someone like me who's terrible at like trying to come up with scripts and how to talk about it. Um, so I feel it's a good thing, especially for people like me, or even anything in the entertainment industry where they're trying to come up with stories for their movies or their TV shows or their, stuff like that. It's always a good thing to use to come up with ideas. It doesn't mean you're gonna like use it to create a whole like show, like a whole series, like say a television series. You use AI to come up with the ideas, and then you craft out the storyline and the characters, and you make those up. And then between human and AI coming up, kind of writing the scripts. Like AI can help with the scripting, and then the human can kind of like nitpick how they want it to be and change it up some or put their own little spin onto it and that. So I don't think AI is totally a bad thing, but that's just my opinion. And opinions, you know, everybody has opinions and everybody's going to be right or wrong. It doesn't really like it doesn't mean you're wrong if you have a certain opinion. It's just an opinion. Okay. um, so yeah, I think it's a cool thing to have AI to help out with certain things and certain stuff, and just to help put your business or your content into different directions and kind of help you build it and come up with the ideas and help you kind of uh, you know script a little bit, but you can put your own spin on it. Like right now, all this I'm talking now is not on the script type stuff. It's just me coming out with my own little blah blah blah. I try to be entertaining to all my audience people. But I just think it's a fun thing with AI. You can have fun playing around with it, and then if something comes out of it, like if you get an idea from the AI and turn it into something, and then that something becomes a popular thing, you know, that's cool. And I think that's awesome that AI can help you come up with ideas and kind of work out those ideas, and then the human side people can put out the stuff, the material, the content, and have it be, you know, half AI, half human intelligence put together, and it comes up with a show or anything else you need, you know. So I don't see it as a bad thing. I think it's kind of cool to have AI be part of the workforce in the entertainment world and healthcare and all that stuff. It's just it can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing, which we will touch on momentarily because everything has good points and everything has bad points. It's not one-sided on anything. It's just kind of a thing where you know it depends on how you use it. It's basically one thing I'm trying to say. Depends on how you use it. And now that I'm going into pre-recordedness with these shows, where I'm going to be like using transitions and using background sounds and background music and little overlays on the screen and different things going on, trying to get more fan interactions over on Facebook or YouTube, have people chatting more or, posting more to give me stuff that I can kind of go with to talk about what my audience is talking about and, you know, go into agreement or disagreements with my audience and have that kind of a like back and forth, because that's always fun. And I want to have that audience engagement with my audience. Um, I'm not perfect at this stuff. I'm still learning the ins and outs of talk radio and how to do this show and how to be entertaining and how to be more, fun. So, but I will get better as I continue to, practice my talking, practice my speaking, working with AI to come up with these script type things to help me along and just getting ideas in my head for different things. So I think it's going to be awesome. So yeah, AI is not all that bad. Now, here's where things get a little complicated. AI is a double-edged sword. For all its benefits, it also introduces major ethical concerns. First, let's talk about privacy. AI thrives on data. The more it knows about you, the better it works. But at what cost? Every time you browse the internet, every time you shop online, every time you talk to a voice assistant, data is being collected. AI algorithms can now predict your shopping habits, your political opinions, even your emotional state based on your digital footprint. That's powerful, but also a little unnerving. Um, then there's bias. AI is supposed to be neutral, right? Wrong. AI is only as good as the data it's trained on. And if the data is biased, the AI will be too. Studies have shown that facial recognition software, for example, is far less accurate for people of color and women, leading to potential discrimination in everything from hiring decisions to law enforcement. And what about accountability? What about accountability? If an AI makes a mistake, say self-driving car crashes or an AI-powered medical diagnosis fails, who takes responsibility? The developer, the company, the AI itself? These are questions we don't yet have solid answers to. And as AI continues to evolve, they will only become more urgent. Um, so yeah, who takes the blame if AI messes up? Is it developer of AI, or is it a company, or is it me? you know, who takes the blame when AI makes a mistake? So that's kind of bad. And then um, the whole AI thriving on data and how it follows our follows our data online. Anytime we're online and we're talking or we're searching something or anything like that, AI kind of keeps a track on your habits, I guess. Whether you're searching for some kind of mental health stuff or like video, like stock footage for videos, or like say sound effects or music, anything. And it just keeps track of your data of what you're searching for. And then it just kind of uses that when you ask questions, they use it to kind of give you answers. The AI bias thing, I don't know. Because it says studies have shown that facial recognition software, for example, is far less accurate for people of color and women, leading to potential discrimination in everything from hiring decisions to law enforcement. Now, I don't think that's kind of right, where AI can make it discriminatory for the police or the people who are hiring people. Um, they the police and people who are hiring people should not go on just AI. I mean, because it's not totally accurate, but it's pretty good, but it's not totally accurate. It's just like I say, with AI, it's learning how to use it and learning how to go about it and not use it for everything. Not make it our whole existence of this world to just use AI to do everything. Um, Using it to come up with ideas, that's cool. And then you just go and write on paper what AI gave you for ideas and then expand on that and come up with your own little ideas for what you're trying to do, whether it's a television show or hiring people. Like, say somebody's trying to hire someone, just write down what AI says is good and bad about that person, and then go by your own opinions after, say, an interview, an in-person interview or something, and write down your little opinion and go from that and go back and forth between AI and your own thinking, your own mental thinking to try to be like fair and equal with everything and everybody. Because if you're not fair and equal with everything and everybody, it's just not fair. And AI can tend to be not so. It doesn't have that human touch, It's just AI. They think one way, you think another way. I think another way, AI thinks another way. So it's all about learning how to use it and kind of meld it with your own experience, your own stuff. Like, I'm going to be working on trying to come up with some television show script type things, ideas for TV shows in the future for my Crow Rules Entertainment, and I'll use AI a little bit to kind of come up with these ideas, and then write them down on paper, and then work on my own little like writing of scripts and creating characters and different things. But use AI just to kind of come up with the ideas a little bit, if you understand what I'm saying, and just use AI to help me create something that's, you know, in here. It just has to come out. And AI can help that come out of here onto paper and give you kind of a rough draft of what your thoughts are looking like outside of your head and onto paper. And then work on that script, and then sooner or later start creating it and bringing it to life on screen instead of like, so say it going from my mind to AI to paper to film, to screen or whatever. I think it's cool. And if we work it right, it's very useful and it's very helpful and creative. But if you use it wrong, it can turn out bad. Bad things can happen if you use AI wrong. So you always want to try to use AI correctly and, just, stay with being good with the AI, not trying to ask for bad things like, how do I blah, blah, blah? How do I hurt somebody or how do I beat up somebody? You don't want to ask stuff like that. Stay away from that, but, asking good things like ideas for TV shows or ideas for this and that or ideas for a movie or ideas for talk radio, which I do a lot. I try to get ideas on talk radio of how I can better this show and get more interaction and get better quality and better just, everything. Because I want this show to be better and I'm working on that. That's why I'm going to pre-recorded now. And as it's pre-recorded, it's gonna change. It's gonna be different. And I hope people like it and enjoy it and are entertained by me, at least in a little bit. A little bit. Please be entertained by me a little bit, please, just a little bit, just a little bit. Because I try to have fun. I try to be fun. So, but I mean, with AI, you can help come up with scripts, help with stuff to talk about, help with subject lines on these episodes like Trending Tuesday, uh, Wedgie Wednesday, Time Warp Thursday, Finally Friday, Motivational Monday. I can come up with ideas to talk about on those episodes for each episode. But then it's just putting it on paper and bringing it out of my voice and with my own little weird style that I have and going from there and just having fun with it and hoping to build an audience and make the show better. You know, it's what I'm all about, is making the show better and building my website, Krotos Entertainment. So, I'm just trying to grow and, kind of have a business going of entertainment, whether it's content creation on YouTube and Twitch and Kick, or if it's like television shows on TV, national television, or making movies in the future. Those are my goals and my dreams, and just something I always wanted to do. And so I use AI a little bit to come up with these ideas and try to, plan out my future a little bit. Plan out how I'm going to work the stuff that I'm trying to get out and get doing and build. So, you know, that's just my little thing with AI. I use it to help me grow my business, my content, help me make my content, and all that stuff. And it's just a slow pace because you take AI and then you go back into your own head and try to come up with something out of that AI and start writing or start typing up some script stuff and stuff to go on. Um, and like I say, the script that I ask AI to write a script, I'll say what they scripted up, but then like 75% of my talking is all from inside my own head, coming out of my own brain. Um, but then like 25% of it is AI kind of came out, and so I think it's just awesome to have AI that you can help with things. Not necessarily have AI do everything, but just help with things and help better stuff and get things going on your shows or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of a cool thing. Let's shift gears and talk about how AI is influencing social media. Whether you realize it or not, AI plays a huge role in shaping what you see online. Ever wonder why certain people are you ever wonder why certain videos go viral? AI algorithms analyze patterns, what people watch, what they engage with, and even what emotions are most likely to spread content. But it's not just about making things go viral. AI can also create content itself. Think about the rise of the AI generated influencers. There are digital models, musicians, even YouTubers who aren't real people. They're entirely AI generated. Some have millions of followers and they interact just like human influencers. But here's the question: if AI can replace social media influencers, will we reach a point where we don't know if we're engaging with a human or a machine? Interesting concept. That, like, right now, are you speaking with the real Jonathan Riley or am I a machine? Sadly, to tell you the truth, I'm a human. I'm not artificial intelligence. I'm not smart enough to be artificial intelligence. I'm just Jonathan Riley. I use artificial intelligence to help me come up with my crazy antics or the weird stuff I talk about. um, so, and then there's deep fake technology. AI can now manipulate video and audio so convincingly that it can make anyone say or do anything. Imagine a world where politicians' speeches are faked, celebrities are placed in fake scandals, or an ordinary person's face is stolen for malicious purposes. This isn't just theoretical, it's happening now. Social media platforms are scrambling to keep up, but the technology is evolving faster than regulations can control it. Um, so yeah, see, AI can be a bad thing as well. There's always good and bad in everything. I mean, everything has their pros and cons, and good and bad, all that stuff. So I mean, it's part of the world as we're living it now. How things change and things are going to continue to change, and AI will continue to evolve and grow and be more powerful. Um, but it's just kind of a thing where should we worry about it? Should we worry about if what we're seeing on YouTube is the real person or if it's AI. Like right now, looking at me, should you be worried if I'm a machine or a human? It depends on your thinking. Would it bother you if this was an AI machine right here and I'm not really real? Would that bother you? So it's all up to the person. But right now, this is really me. It's a real show. It's a real me. It's a real live, not live stream. I'm not live streaming anymore for a while, but it's just, it's a real person. It's not a computer. So, yeah, it just depends on the people watching shows. Like, say you're watching, because I've seen on YouTube lately a bunch of like movie trailers that are like I'm pretty sure are faked, like Back to the Future Part 4. I doubt there's going to be a Back to the Future Part 4, like actual for real, but they make these trailers that are like very like professionally looking, professional looking, and like detailed, and makes you think like, wow, is that coming to movie theaters? When are we gonna get that in the movie theater? I want to see that. Holy crap, that would be freaking awesome, man! Freaking awesome. I need to go right now. Give me $10. Movies ain't $10 anymore, but that's just I'm just giving an example, okay? Um, like say if you, the weirdest thing would be say if you walked outside your door, right, and the world you see when you walk outside isn't the real world. It's like a AI generated area, and you're walking out into that area, and you see things, and you're like, what the heck? But it's not real. It's like AI generated. So it makes you think you're in this spot, but you're actually not in that spot. You're where you are, but they changed the scenery. That would be just trippy as hell. Just thinking about that would be weird. Like, like say I walked outside to walk my dog, DJ, the future of D&J show, because D&J show season 3 coming up. Um, but and I walk out my front door and go down the stairs of my apartment, and then go to like a little bit of ways from the apartment, and turn around, and the apartments are gone, and it's like a big castle or something, or like some big old mansion or something. That would be a trip. That would be kind of weird to be living in that kind of a AI reality. I'd be like, whoa, I wish this was really my crib right here. Why ain't that my house? Why I gotta live in an apartment? What the hell? Anyways, that would be kind of weird. But, AI technology could get to that point where they'd be like making it to where you walk outside and you in some other world or something. You never know what's going to happen because, anything can happen. And people keep working on AI and working on it and working on it. And, you know, it's just one of those things where you never know what the future holds and what advancements they're going to come up with the AI stuff. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's points where it could be a bad thing, like especially like say the military or people start using AI to plan out war or plan out attacking people, or like criminals using AI to plan out their like criminal escapades, breaking into banks, stores, whatnot, and using AI to figure out how to do that. That could be a bad thing, and that's one thing that the police have to keep up with. The AI side of like crime fighting now, you gotta use AI to fight crime, and these criminals will sometimes maybe use AI to commit crimes. So it's getting kind of weird. It's getting kind of like crazy with the AI technology, but that's what AI is made for, to be crazy and all that stuff. It's just wow, what the heck's going on in the world today? But anyways, it's just kind of funny how that works. Um, so I had to get a drink. Now, was that monster can AI or was it real? You'll never know. I'm not telling. It's kind of a thing. You'll have to figure it out yourself. Put it in slow motion and watch it and be like, is that really a monster can? I don't know. Is it really? Is it? For real? So, yeah. But yeah, it's kind of cool. And just thinking about that, um, how in the future people are gonna control AI. Because like if you think of AI evolving, and AI is kind of its own little reality. Like it helps you, it helps things, but I guess I don't know. I've heard that AI can also have the mind of its own. Like I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like say you have an AI robot walking around, they might beat somebody up on the corner and be like, "Oh, he wasn't." That's AI. They're not thinking. They're just doing what they feel. It's good for them. So I don't know. It's just kind of AI is weird, but it's cool. It's useful, but it can also be a bad thing on certain things. Not everything, but certain things. So AI can be good, but AI can be bad, depending on the hands it's in. Like me, I'm a good person, so using AI, I'm using it to create good things and things that are entertaining and try to have fun with people. And then you say criminals. They may use AI for a whole another level. How to break into a bank, or how to do this, or how to do that, you know? So it's all about whose hands is the AI in that makes it bad or good. Um, so just something to think about there. It's all about whose hand it's in. That's all that matters. All right, so where do we go from there? Here, AI is here to stay, but the real question is, how will we shape it? How will we shape its role in our world? One possibility is that AI will revolutionize industries we haven't even thought of yet. Space exploration, climate change solutions, smart cities. Imagine an AI driven world where cities optimize traffic in real time, where AI helps scientists discover new medicines, where it plays a key role in solving some of the world's biggest crises. That would be interesting. An AI driven world, like a city that's all AI, like the traffic lights be AI and kind of keeping track of the traffic flow and letting people know ahead of time what the traffic's like. I mean, they kind of have that with like GPS and stuff, but GPS they make their mistakes, okay? Um, and say having smart homes, like they call these things smart stuff, like smart homes, smart TV, smart this, smart that. Like a smart home where you can walk through, just turn on the lights and the lights go on. Turn on the TV, TV go on. You know, start dinner and some robot comes out and starts making dinner. And it'd be kind of cool, but it'd be kind of scary because it would freak the crap out of me if, like, say, my wife come home and be like, start cooking dinner, and some robot come flying in and start making dinner, and I'd be like, what the hell? I've been replaced by a freaking robot. But I mean, I'd probably enjoy the night or two off, but I'd be like, I'm replaced by a freaking robot. What the hell? So, but with great power comes great responsibility. If we want AI to benefit humanity, we need clear guidelines, transparency, and ethical oversights. The future of AI isn't just about what it can do, it's about what we allow it to do. And that's what I was saying a little bit. Like, it depends on whose hands AI is in. Like, say, if I'm using AI to help come up with my show script or ideas for television shows or movies, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But say you put AI in the hands of a criminal who wants help setting up burglaries or setting up different things. That's where it comes into the bad territory, you know. And AI will help whoever asks for help. They don't give a dang if you're a criminal or a good person or a movie maker or a TV show creator or a content creator on YouTube or They don't care if you're trying to just ask questions about life in general. It doesn't care. So if you a criminal saying how do I, you know, how do I plan out this robbery or whatnot, AI will go into detail of how they can do it and try to get away with it. And then the police could use AI to try to like figure out how that crime went and where the patterns were and try to find the criminal. So AI is used for both sides of the fence. AI can be used for bad things. AI can be good things, bad things, everything, nothing. like my like my show here, Talk Radio. I use AI a decent amount to come up with ideas of what to talk about, and then kind of uh, like I say, about a 25% script kind of idea, and then the rest of it, 75% of it, is just me rambling, going off what AI came up with, and just you know giving my ideas and my opinions to the stuff, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to talk about certain subjects because sometimes I don't know how to plan out subjects and be like, okay, we're going to talk about this right now, and then we're going to talk about this later. So it's all about using AI for good and for planning out details of my show and planning out details of my future shows that I'm going to be coming up with, like D&J show coming out, D&J show season 3 in tribute to my friend Dan. Um, and after season 3 of D&J, I have a vision to stay alive on D&J show with my new D, Daphne or DJ, my dog, the family dog here. We just got it, so it's like D. Its name is DJ. D&J show. Yeah, I can go season 4 D&J show with John and Daphne the dog running around the park or playing around in the yard or having memories with the dog and just showing what life is like with a dog. I went from Daniel to the dog. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. It's a way to, and I'm going to use AI a little bit to plan out episodes for D&J show using, you know, my dog as the D of D&J and how we can uh, navigate like the episodes with the dog playing and me going out with the dog to the park or something, spending time, and how to script out a show like that. Script guidelines so I can like come up with better stuff to talk about and show you guys entertainment wise. And some of it will be just randomness, some of it will be cool and fun, all that stuff. So look forward to that in the future when the future of D&J show begins. Because D&J show season 3, I will be getting out during the spring and summertime to get clips and stuff and shows put together for that to show tribute to my boy Dan, who was the D of D&J show. Um, and then as season 3 wraps up and we go into the future of a possible season 4, I will, you know, try to plan things out using AI a little bit and my own mind and thinking and stuff like that. My shirt's all dirty. The dog made my shirt dirty. The dog, D&J show. So yeah, that's kind of a good thing about AI. You could use it to create things and bring things out of here to help. Well, to help bring things out of here. So you type up an idea, and then it gives you kind of a outline and other ideas of what you can do, and then this goes back to work and be like, oh, okay, and then boom, write that on paper, brainstorm, and just kind of come up with stuff and go from there. And then I think that brings out more creativity in some people. Me, it tends to help me with my creativity. It helps me to open myself up to not be so nervous and worried as well when I'm talking because I have depression, I have social anxiety where I'm afraid of being around people. And this show helps me kind of break that a little bit, even though I worry about what people think of me when they're watching these shows. But it's just it's how it is. It's life, and it's gonna be that way for like ever. You know. So um, so yeah, just it's all about how we use AI and you know who we put AI in the hands of. If it's a criminal or a police officer or a normal person like me or a movie maker like somebody like Steven Spielberg or like stuff like that. It's all about who who or what is using AI. If it's a good guy, a bad guy, if it's a good idea, a bad idea, if it's a criminal like activity, it's bad. If it's a TV show, that's good because that entertains people and makes people's lives more happy and fun. And then, like in the medical field, if it's helping create new medicines or find diseases in people, like early signs of different diseases, that's a good thing. Um, so there's always good and there's always bad, but that's in everything in this world. You know, even just people, there's always good and there's always bad in people. Um, so it's just a thing where everything has its thing with good and bad. It's just how you use it and how you continue to encourage things. Like if you encourage AI with good stuff, it's going to be used for good. If you encourage AI with bad stuff, it's going to be used for bad. Same with a human being. If you encourage a human with good thoughts and praise, they're going to continue to have fun and entertain you guys. If you give a human like bad vibes and talking crap about them, then their content's gonna be more negative and bitchy and yelling at you and be like, "Shut up! Don't even ask me, man. I'm tired of this crap. I don't need this crap. Whatever, man. I'm going downtown to California. Whatever, like that rant right there. That just came out of my mind. It wasn't AI generated. It just came out of my mind like flew. It flew. It kind of woo like this. That's why I use AI for like 25% of what I do. The other 75% is my mind, my own ideas, my own thoughts, my own interactions, and my own goofiness. You know, I'm just a weird guy, and I've come to appreciate not appreciate that, but understand that. I don't appreciate it yet because I'm a weird guy, and people look at me like I'm a freaking idiot, and I'm like, whatever. I still get bothered by people's thoughts and stuff when I shouldn't, but I do. And then I try to change for them, and then that's a bad thing because I'm not being myself. I'd rather be myself and have people not like me than be something else and have people like me for who I'm not. I'd rather be liked for what I am and who I am. So I mean, it's just one of those things where you got to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, AI is both an opportunity and a challenge. It has the power to improve our lives, but it also comes with risks we can't ignore. The way we choose to use AI today will shape the world of tomorrow. So I'll leave you with this question. Are you excited about AI's potential or are you concerned about its risks? Let me know your thoughts. And as always, keep thinking, keep questioning, and keep evolving. Thanks for tuning in to Talk Radio. Until next time, I'm Jonathan Riley. Peace out. Much love. And I'll talk to you later.